All right, what is up, everyone? Happy Thursday. We're 5 minutes late, but if you turn the clock back 5 minutes, we're right on time. And we're here once again. Every Thursday, we're here, and it's always a fun day. It's always a fun day. So, as always, I'm joined by Miles Ogden 24/7. What's up, man?
What to do, people? What to do?
And also, I'm joined with Boozer. What's up, Booze?
What's up? How it's going?
Awesome. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're obviously going to preview every game this week, every NFL game, starting with Thursday night. Whew, big Thursday night, baby. I'm starring Tom Brady for maybe I should talk about that as well. And then we have to talk about the Royals. We got to talk about baseball. You know, it's about that time. But we're going to add something new to the show to kind of make it, I don't know, a little bit, maybe a little bit more interesting, maybe for people that don't watch sports as much and maybe just want to talk about whatever. So we're going to talk about the trending topics, I guess. And I don't know what we're going to name this segment, but we're just going to call it right now trending topics. So if you guys have any topics that happened this past week that you guys want to bite into that you think would be cool to talk about for a couple minutes, go right ahead. Boozer, I know you got something on Shaq.
No, I'm gonna end that this time. But this time, I actually found out that the Yankees are trying to pick up somebody from the top office from the Mets. Yes, their rivals in New York City, the Mets.
Wow.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Whatever happened to good old rivalry, man? You know, like the Yankees and the Red Sox. What happened to that stuff, man? I mean, it seems like everyone's so soft these days. At least for me,
I know what happened to it.
What happened?
Whenever, after the curse of the Bambino, the Red Sox have stopped hating the Yankees for that, and that's why they're not as angry as they used to be.
Yeah, I can see that. I think that times have just changed. You know, I'm a Niner fan, and our rival's supposed to be Seattle. But I would be mad if Cam Chancellor decided to join the 49ers. Absolutely not. But if Crabtree decided to join the Seahawks, and that would be a different story because now you're going against me, you know. So
Yeah.
I think the rivalries are still there. You know, I don't think that Red Sox and Yankee fans, you know, get along or whatever. I think that the wounds heal a little bit easier that the Red Sox finally won a couple of World Series, but. You know, at the end of the day, I think a rivalry is still a rivalry, but it just depends on when you're coming from. Not too many people pay attention to what's going on in the front office. I could care, you know, less about that. But it is pretty interesting that they would look to their, you know, crosstown rivals to get somebody from the front office.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I have something that I want to talk about, guys, and I know it's sad and it's depressing and it's scary, but I gotta touch on it. What do you guys think about this whole Ebola thing? Are you guys as scared as I am, or are you guys just like, whatever, it's my time?
It's my time. Wow. The Ebola thing to me is a bunch of. I'm not gonna say that the disease is a bunch of BS. The lack of a cure, lack of proper treatment is a bunch of BS. I was watching the news and they spent scientists and whatever government issue program is, but backing the scientists spent billions upon billions of dollars on stupid stuff. They spent, I think, like over $800,000 to research if monkeys get stressed, would they be more likely to take cocaine?
What?
I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. They put $800,000 behind that research. $800,000, almost $1 million behind. If monkeys get stressed, would they take cocaine? I don't understand it. I don't get it. Ebola is definitely scary because now is getting into this country. It's different when it's in a different country and we hear about it and it's like, oh, that sucks, you know, but hey, it's not over here, so it really doesn't affect me. Now that it's getting into the States, they're like, what's really going on? How come when the doctors came back from treating the people in Africa, they had it, then all of a sudden they're cured, but then this African is in this country, he can't get a cure, and now the nurse has it, and now people worry about some kids having it and stuff like that, and it's bad.
Yeah. So like this whole Ebola thing. And what's up, Brendan? Thanks for watching the stream, man. Thanks for commenting. I saw your comment.
This man
With me, this is
time.
the whole thing with me and this whole Ebola thing. I'm scared, but at the same time, I'm kind of like with you, Dawkins. I'm kind of like, this is complete BS because, you know, there's been like a couple years ago there was the swine flu, and then there's like every couple years there's always this disease that's gonna like wipe out humanity, you know, and it's like I don't know what it is, and like you said, The doctors go there, they have it, they get treatment, they're good, and then like you said, there are a ton of people that need treatment in Africa that aren't receiving it for some particular reason, and I don't even want to touch that. But okay, at the same time though, being in the Midwest and considering how it spreads and how easily it can spread, it's kind of scary though,
Mhm.
because it's like someone who has it can literally touch a door handle, and then your hand touches the door handle, and then you touch your mouth, and you're dead, and it's like ridiculously scary. But I made a pact with my friend, okay, because we were sitting at Denny's, where we go way too much, but we're there anyways. And we're saying, okay, so we gotta make a pact. If this shit goes down, we have to meet somewhere, type of Walking Dead shit. So we make a pact that we're gonna go to Las Vegas. So if anyone's out there
Gosh.
and shit starts hitting the fan, and you want to come and chill with me and hide out because no one's coming unless you're free of the disease, we'll be in Vegas. So that's gonna happen as well.
But why Vegas? Because I heard that the disease spreads through sweat, and Vegas is hot year round. So why
I-
Vegas?
I heard that it's only living on a hot surface for 48 hours and then it dies off once it gets cold past a certain temperature.
Oh, okay,
Well-
but
Well,
mean,
Vegas, because I feel like we can build a good hideout in the deserts, and we can see people that are coming. So we can see these crazy coming out,
Acting
and
like
we can take them out. You know? That's why I have to say that. And plus, if
No,
if
for
stuff
sure.
goes crazy, like you said, it dies in the cold, so we can go up to, what is it, the Rockies or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my thing. But where would you guys go? Like, what would your guys' initial reaction be if all of a sudden you heard, okay, it's official, it's now spreading like wildfire?
I would go probably to the North Pole because of what I heard. It lives on not very hot surfaces for at least 48 hours. That's what I heard.
Wait,
For
so you're
me,
gonna go and hide out with Santa Claus instead of actually doing something productive?
Yes.
Nice.
something.
Yes.
All right, first of all, something productive. What productive could be done versus this disease in Vegas?
I think he's trying to say we can become Santa Claus. I mean, not Santa Claus, a scientist overnight and try to cure
Exactly, right? I'm not going back to school, so that's not gonna happen. But yeah, for me, I'm gonna stay in my house. That's what I do anyway. I stay at home as much as I can. So that's
Nice.
what I'm gonna do.
Nice. All right, guys. Awesome. So Brendan just commented. He said, whatever happens, make sure you make sure to not stop eating fast food. Huh. Okay. Well.
What?
As long as it's not McDonald's, man, that food could kill you.
Yeah. Okay, Dawkins. Because Dawkins told me this a while ago. He was like, okay, so apparently McDonald's puts up signs that say this food may give you cancer. So I was looking for those signs, and I have some signs at this McDonald's over here. So now I'm done.
I'm telling you, there's chemicals in their food that can give you cancer.
Well, that checks off my fast food restaurants
I'm telling you,
forever.
I'm straight. I saw that, and I'm like, I'm never going back again.
But Subway, eat fresh, totally good.
Yeah.
Unless the
Fresh.
workers there have Ebola.
Oh! Oh, you're right. You're so right. All right. Do you guys have anything else you want to touch on that happened this week that's not really sports related before we get into baseball and football and stuff?
Well, it is sports related because it has to do with the sports team, but it's not going to be something that we talk about. This high school football team in New Jersey or whatever, they won heck of state championships back in the 90s. They've reclaimed their fame or whatever because they've won some state titles in the later 2000s, like 2010, 11. I believe they won a state title last year for high school football. But I guess this past season, their season got canceled because they have been hazing the younger football players on the team, like freshmen and sophomores and stuff like that. And usually when you hear these type of cases, you don't really know what's going on because it said it was a sexual assault case. So I'm thinking these football players were at a party, maybe they got drunk, maybe the girls there got drunk, yada, yada, yada. Not necessarily. The sexual assault thing went on their own football teammates. So basically, they raped their teammates.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. They penetrated them, and
What?
then
What?
Stop. This is a
I'm not lying. I'm
Whoa.
like, you can check it out. It's on ESPN. You can check it out. Outside the lines, check it out. Not lying to you, but yeah. Basically, they penetrate them. Of course, can't get too graphic, but I'm guessing with their finger, and then they put the finger in the victim's mouth and stuff like that, and the football
Oh,
team
Oh my
season got
gosh.
canceled and stuff like that. I mean, it's a sick world that we live in. So Ebola is the least of my issues. There's some people out here that need some home training.
yes. That is very, very true.
That's
Very,
freaking
very.
disgusting. Yeah.
It's bad, man. It's bad. One last thing before we get into that. I want your opinion on Dawkins because, um, Booze, I don't think you were alive, but did any of you guys catch the 30 for 30 about the Battle of the Bay this past week?
I saw the end of it. Didn't see the whole thing. I saw the end of it.
Gosh, man, and Dawkins, I want your opinion on this because we were alive and we lived through that, I guess. So it was weird because I wasn't old enough to recognize the magnitude that happened, but I was old enough to recognize because I remember going home and I was gonna watch the game and stuff, but I didn't like the amount of tragedy. I think at that time, like I want to give a huge credit to my mom for not showing me that, for not letting me know about that. But Dawkins, what do you remember that at all? Like, do you
Well, no,
remember?
because we were like little kids. You know what I mean? All I remember is stories. But watching it, I realized that, and it's two different situations, kind of. But or I guess not, because they're both like national disasters and stuff like that. But that was like Katrina almost, like watching it and reliving it
Yeah,
because it was a huge earthquake, and then you could see like the White House get involved and the president get involved, and then they talking about how they were pulling bodies out of buildings, kind of like at 9/11 and stuff like that. So it was really interesting to see, and it was crazy looking back on it because, you know, looking at how things work now and basically what happened with the people dying was mostly in the freeways. It was mostly in the freeways because the freeways
yeah,
collapsed on one another and stuff like that. And they just got done building the new bridge. And I'm like, that thing, like it happened almost 25 years ago. You know what I mean? And it's just, to me, it's a lack of care when it comes to protecting people with Ebola, with, protecting people from disasters from happening again and stuff like that. So it just opened my eyes to just how crappy the government really is in this country. Even though it is probably still the best country around, and I wouldn't want to live in any other country, except for maybe Canada. But
what?
like,
Yeah.
but besides that, it's like the government really at times just doesn't care.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Awesome. So Brennan just commented. He says, "Talk about how I'm going to beat Dawkins in fantasy football this week." Dawkins, respond.
Uh, I'm 5-1. Only time I'm on 5-1, and when I lost, I was still experimenting, excuse me, with my lineup. I'm not experimenting with my lineup anymore. AJ Green probably won't play for me, but he hasn't really put up too many big numbers for me, so I think I'm gonna be fine. I haven't even checked out your team. I just played my lineup, and I let ESPN handle the rest. But best of luck to you, though.
All right, sounds good. All right, so let's go into baseball, guys, and then we're gonna do our NFL picks as we always do. But that was our trending topics. Just a quick little blurb. It was about 20 minutes. That was kind of cool. All right,
Yeah.
let's jump right in and let's talk about baseball. So the San Francisco Giants, who we're talking about, could close it out tonight. Do you guys see that happening, or do you see the Cardinals pushing it to a Game 5, or is that Game 6? Game 6 or 5?
I think it's 5. No,
Yeah,
tonight's
five.
5.
Yeah, tonight's 5.
It's tonight's game 5.
Game 6. Okay.
I could see them pushing it back to game 6. I can't see them winning the series. I think that, the only time that they won was when, the Giants, freaking forgot how to play baseball. So I think that the Cardinals definitely have enough talent to win tonight's game, but as far as the series, I think the Giants are going to wrap up the series. If not tonight, probably in game 6.
What do you think, Booze?
I think the exact same thing. I think the Giants with Buster Posey, with his clutch hitting the past couple games, I think that Giants will take home tonight. I don't think that St. Louis will come through.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's unfortunate because I don't see. Okay, and we're going to touch on the Royals in a sec, but I don't see the Royals being beat by anyone except for the Cardinals, which is crap. I mean, and really the only reason is because of the offense. I think that the offense, um, you need offense to beat the Kansas City Royals right now, and I think that the offense on paper, and I think that more consistently has been on St. Louis' side. It has gone up against great pitching. Um, so I think they have a better chance against the Royals, but unfortunately, I don't think they can come back from this deficit. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they lose it tonight, but um, maybe in Game 6, but definitely not. They're not going to push it any farther than that. All right, let's talk about those Royals sweeping the Baltimore Orioles out of contention. It was ridiculous. What do you guys think about this?
Um, I love it. I think it's fantastic, not just for baseball, but like for sports in general. If you look at the Royals, they don't really have a star player. They don't have anybody that's gonna hit a lot of home runs. They don't really have a pitching staff that's really gonna strike heck of people out. Um, there's nobody on that team that's really a household name before the playoffs started for people in general. It's really just like a band of brothers that come together and they're doing something great this season. And I love seeing that because to me, that's what you get consistently in football. You get a lot of teams that not too many people expect to do that well, and then all of a sudden they're like the best team in the league. You could take the Cowboys this year. You could take the '99 Rams back in the day when they won the Super Bowl and stuff like that. So it's really interesting to see, that these players really count on one another to to win games. You can't really focus on one player. There's not somebody who's making a ridiculous amount of money and everybody else is like making peanuts and stuff like that. Like you really have it's really a team atmosphere and a team that's really individualized. Everybody gets a chance to hit. Errors are put on basically one person, not like the whole team and stuff like that. So, but it's pretty cool to see. And again, we talked about last week. The KC has just been hot. The last month of the season, they beat the A's in a fantastic ball game,
Yeah.
and then they just went on a run throughout the whole playoffs, and now they're in the World Series.
Yeah. What do you think, Booze? What were your reactions when you watched this or heard about it?
Well, there was a lot of things going through my head. When my Yankees didn't make the playoffs, but KC did. Especially
Yeah.
when KC was a wild card team, I did not expect them going all this way. Truthfully, I thought that KC was gonna. If they made it past the wild card, I thought they were gonna lose in the divisional round, not make it this far. But it was their timely hitting and their pitching that pretty much brought them this far. It was mostly their offense, though. That's what I think it is. Even though they did win 2-1 last night because of their pass ball early in the game, I do think it was just their timely hitting.
Yeah. This is weird for me to say. Like, okay, the Kansas City Royals literally just took a shit on Billy Bean's lawn because they literally beat him at his own game. And it's so crazy because if you want a blueprint on how Moneyball works, before you will look at the A's because there would always be contenders. But everyone in this whole hangout right now and everyone there knows that for some reason the A's just don't have that second push in the playoffs and not built to win the playoffs. And then you look at the Kansas City Royals and you think, okay, so this is a team that doesn't have a very good financial backbone, I guess is a good way to put it. They're not on anyone's radar really, but they stayed in contention. These last couple of years, they've always stayed in contention. And they did a trade to get a very very good pitcher in Shields, and then they did a lot of homegrown talent. I mean, they didn't sign anyone to a big deal except for one guy, and that was Gordon. They brought in some veteran players, and they did some trades here and there. Aoki, they took him from the Brewers and stuff like that. So they really did everything from Billy Bean's book. The only difference is they didn't trade away offense for pitching. And I think that is the biggest difference. And I have to give them a lot of props because if you look at that lineup, you got Moustakas batting ninth, for example, and he could easily, with his hot bat third. But again, this is a guy who had a great year a couple years ago, and then the last couple years hasn't really been doing anything. But you see how it's paying off now. So I mean, it's kind of funny to say that they're like what the A's should be, but I gotta give them a lot of props. And it's gonna be cool to see them in the World Series as well because I think they really do deserve it. I don't know who's gonna beat them. I think they're the favorite right now.
Yeah, I think that they're definitely the favorite. But going back to your point, comparing them to the A's and stuff like that, I feel like offensively the A's really relied on Cespedes, and I
Yeah,
feel like with Kansas City they don't really rely on anybody.
yeah,
You know
good
what I
point.
mean? Kansas City is really just you get on base. If you can run, then you're gonna try and steal. Whoever you are, if you can run, you're gonna try to steal. If you have a man in scoring position, we might bunt. Who knows? But just get this man over. Get him over to third. He's on third. Get him home. You know what I mean? With the A's, it really was they relied on Cespedes so much, and then when he left, then Donaldson went into a slump, and then it's like nobody else can carry the team. Nobody else can carry the offense. And with the Kansas City, it's not that way. It's like you can't sit here and tell me today who's gonna have the biggest impact in the World Series for Kansas City. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell you in that A's kind of playing game, wild card game, whatever you want to call it, who was the star for Kansas City. You know what I mean? I can't tell you who was like the best player on Kansas City throughout the whole season because I feel like there's all of them play consistently well. I don't believe any of them bat over 300. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think anybody bats over 300 on that team. And they just did it just in an odd way. You know what I mean? That played they played fundamental baseball, and it was fun to see, and I can't wait to see them in the World Series.
Yeah, should be exciting. Should be a great World Series. Can't wait. Can't wait. And it's been a while since I've said that, to be honest. But
Because you don't mean it. No, I'm playing.
no, it's true. Okay. All right. So, do you guys have anything else you want to talk about baseball related before we jump into the picks in the last half an hour?
I do. I just got one last thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Alex Gordon really should have had the MVP this year with his timely hitting.
Agree.
Everything.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But again, the right guy never gets chosen, or else, Tim Tebow will be starting right now
No, he
somewhere.
wouldn't. Shut up.
All right. Week 7 of the NFL season kicks off tonight. Let's run down these games. Let's make our picks. All right. And I haven't been keeping track of who's picked what and who's leading, but I assume I'm winning. All right. The Jets at New England. Who do you guys got in this one?
Man, I'm going with the Patriots. Come on now. Let's make this quick.
Okay. Everyone knows I'm gonna go with my Patriots, of course, because the Jets are not having a good year, and I think Brandon LaFell and Gronk being healthy, even though Gronk hasn't been catching that many balls, but Brandon LaFell's been Tom Brady's #1 target in the past couple games. I think that Tom Brady will lead his team to victory this week.
But Tom Brady, I mean, I have much respect for Tom Brady, and but I want to counter with this. He needs a running game, and isn't Ridley hurt? So
Yeah, but they got to back up.
Yeah, it's running back by committee in New England. Even though Ridley was the main guy, it wasn't like he was that much better than Shane Vereen.
Okay, yeah, I'm going with the Patriots on this, just because Tom Brady's on my fantasy team. I need him to win. All right, and it's kind of lopsided at this point. The Jets are what, like 1-4?
Yeah, Jets. Yeah, it's ugly right now in New York.
They only beat who was
The
it?
Raiders.
The Raiders. Jesus. All right.
They beat the Raiders.
Yeah, in week 1.
In week
How
1.
though? That's hard to comprehend.
It was a close game. No, it was like 14-13, I believe. It was a pretty close game.
Yeah,
It was
Geno
like
Smith
they blew him
had
out.
a great game. All right.
Derek Carter, truth.
Yeah. He hasn't even won yet. Okay.
It's not his fault. The team sucks. The Raiders suck.
He's pretty good, man.
The Raiders suck.
Well, I haven't seen him enough.
The Raiders suck. I mean, they suck. Because, again, and I know we're doing picks, but you got me fired up. If you're going to talk about a future Hall of Famer, arguably one of the best quarterbacks ever, and Tom Brady needing a running game, don't you think a rookie quarterback needs to run a game? Darren McFadden has been doodle the past like 3 years. Maybe his whole career has been doodle.
But
Maurice
now he's a backup. You got to give him more touches. Maurice Jones-Drew hasn't been doing anything.
Maurice Jones-Drew has been hurt like the past decade. Okay, he's been playing like doodle. He can't stay healthy. It's bad again, and you keep on saying it. Every time we talk, you talk about how is James Jones the number one receiver? Well, dang, that's his number one receiver. So when you talk about Tom Brady needing to run a game, a rookie quarterback needs to run a game as well. So the losses are not on Derek Carr. Don't do that.
Okay, Brennan says, no matter how good the Patriots are, the Jets suck. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
Yeah,
right.
the Jets are horrible.
Okay. Miami at Chicago. You guys know I'm going with Chicago. Who you guys picking?
I don't know. It's a close one, man.
Shut up.
It's a close one. The Bears are who we thought they were, and
What?
Nah, I mean, I'll probably go with the Bears. Miami played Green Bay tough though last week, and they just blew it. I don't know.
I
I'll
mean,
go.
Dawkins, I'll say this. Last week you went with the Falcons and it bit you in the butt. So,
It didn't bite me in the butt because nobody's keeping track of this crap. So
well, I am.
no, you're
Oh,
not.
my
No, you're not, because that's the only one that you remember.
Yes, it is.
Exactly. But I mean, the Bears are solid, but forget it. I'm going with Miami. Go Dolphins.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I think I'm gonna have to stay here with living with this one. I think Matt Forte is gonna try to run all over Miami.
It's not
And
going to
so-
happen.
Yeah, I think it might though. I think Jay Cutler is gonna throw for at least have his 14th
picks.
touchdown.
Absolutely. Five picks.
Five picks. Yeah. Okay. I think he's gonna have by the end of this game. I think he's gonna have at least 15 touchdowns on his record this year.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Pulling out a stat like that, huh? I like it. Okay. Atlanta at Baltimore. Who do you guys got in this one?
The Ravens been hot. Steve Smith is a beast. I'm going with Baltimore.
I got Baltimore. Same thing. Joe Flacco. I think that Joe Flacco is gonna pull out a win for them.
Yeah, Joe
Yeah.
Flacco, the truth.
I'm going with Atlanta. Baltimore secondary is trash. Okay.
Is it?
I mean, that's what I'm going to say. Tennessee at Washington.
Tennessee at Washington?
Yeah.
Battle of one-win teams, right? Tennessee only won one
So
game, right?
No, Tennessee won too.
They won two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is RG3 back for this one?
No,
Nah.
they still
I
got
thought
Kirk
he
He
Cousins.
was practicing, though. Yeah, he was practicing, but still Kirk Cousins.
Well, I need RG3 to stay up the whole year.
I don't know. I don't care. I'll go with Washington. They got to win at some point. Why not beat up on the Titans?
Yeah, same thing. I need Kirk Cousins to have a big game. I'm gonna go with Washington. Washington and Alfred Morris definitely.
Yeah.
I'm going with
Yeah.
Washington as well, yeah. I don't see Tennessee doing much. All right. Seattle at St. Louis, who played really, really well Monday night.
It's hard to go against Seattle, especially for the Rams.
But
The Rams did play well. They've been playing well. Basically the whole season they've been in pretty much every single game. But I'm gonna go with Seattle.
Yeah, same thing. I got Seattle. Even though they lost a tough one last week against the Cowboys, I am gonna go with Seattle.
I'm going with St. Louis. I really like that Daniel guy. He's pretty cool. And that quick guy as well. And whoever their running back is, I think he's really good too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Stop lying.
No, I'm rooting for St.
Stop
Louis.
lying. No, don't
I'm
do
rooting
that.
for St. Louis
Don't do that.
because I just don't like Richard Sherman, man. He needs to get downgraded a little bit. So.
Yeah, I think he is a little overrated, but it's EA.
I mean, Richard Sherman's overrated, but name one corner that's playing well this year.
Yeah, you got it back there.
Fuller,
Who?
Kyle Fuller on the Bears, the rookie.
He had one good game versus the Niners, and that's it.
No, he's been doing really well,
It's
man.
the Niners.
Yeah, don't act like the Niners passing game is all that neither. So don't do that.
All right, moving on. Cleveland at Jacksonville.
Oh,
The
dang.
Browns, man. The Browns are beasting right now.
Blake Bortles 300 plus passing yards last game.
Brian Hoyer wins games.
Exactly. Brian Hoyer's better. Brian Hoyer's better.
Exactly. It's all about winning the games, man.
I like Hearns.
Michael Irvin? Just like Michael Irvin Ultimate Team, man. So.
I know. Madden's so lazy. Cleveland, yeah, I'm gonna go with Cleveland as well.
Cleveland.
Cincinnati at Indianapolis. Who you guys got?
I think the Bengals have a better team, but Andrew Luck has just been playing so well. It's hard to go up against. It's hard to, but Andy Dalton's been playing well too. Like he hasn't really been turning the ball over. They don't have AJ Green this game, which is gonna hurt. But Mohamed Sanu's been playing pretty well. I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
Oh, he's going against me. Well, I got the Colts. Andrew Luck. I got Andrew Luck all day.
I'm gonna go with Cincinnati. Dalton played really well last game. I think it's turning the switch. I like it, so I'm gonna go with them. Minnesota against Buffalo. Two really, really bad and old quarterbacks going at it. Well, one of them's bad and one of them's old.
Yeah.
Who do you guys got?
I didn't even hear what matchup it is. I'm sorry.
Minnesota
Bills.
at Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I didn't hear it because they suck. I think Teddy Bridgewater gets another win. I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
I got the Bills. I got the Bills. I'm sorry to say, even though their quarterback is pretty old, I got the Bills.
He is pretty old, isn't he?
Yeah, I got the Bills as well. Teddy Bridgewater threw like 3 interceptions last game. It was bad.
Every rookie has a bad game, man.
You can't have a bad game when you're a franchise quarterback.
Man, Kyle Orton's been having bad games his whole career, and he's a franchise quarterback.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I like Buffalo here. I'm going with Buffalo. New Orleans at Detroit. You guys got?
This is going to be one of the better games. It's hard to go up against Drew Brees, but I like Detroit. I like Detroit. I think that defense is pretty good. But yeah, I'm going to Detroit. Go Lions.
Yeah, I got Detroit too.
Yeah, I got Detroit. Drew Brees is at the end of his rope. He should retire after this season. It's sad to watch at this point.
Should retire. I'm done.
Carolina at Green Bay. Ooh, this could be a good one. What do you guys got?
Super Cam, man. I got Super Cam.
Really?
Gonna roll with the Panthers. I think that the Panthers are playing pretty well. That defense really hasn't been there, but if Miami can kind of hold Green Bay in check a little bit, I think the Panthers can do the same thing. Cam Newton's playing pretty well. Green Bay has always had trouble stopping the read option, and the Panthers kind of brought that back a little bit more this week versus Cincinnati. So I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
Okay, I totally forgot what teams were we saying again?
Panthers, Packers.
Oh, I got the Packers. Definitely got the Packers with my Aaron Rodgers. Definitely Aaron Rodgers is going to take it.
Oh, you're Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, my Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Heard the heck out of that.
Yeah, I mean, as a Bears fan, Aaron Rodgers scares me, and I think that he's like invincible. So I'm going with Green Bay, even though I don't want to.
Can I just throw one thing out there? I think Tom Brady's way better than Rodgers, though. When he was at his age, not now. When he was at his age.
But when he was at his age, he had Randy Moss.
That is true. Yes, that is true.
Yeah, but Rodgers has Nelson. And
That's not Randy Moss.
Well,
that's not Randy Moss. Don't do that.
And Cobb? I mean, come on, man.
No, Moss and Welker.
Nelson's pretty good.
Nelson, I'm not saying Nelson is bad.
Welker is just like Jordy Nelson.
No,
They're close.
No. Welker had like 600 catches in 6 years. That's the most in that span. Like right behind like Jay Rice, Randy Moss, the best deep threat of all time. So basically, you have the best slot receiver of all time in Wes Welker and the best deep threat of all time in Randy Moss. I'm not going to compare those two to Jordy Nelson and to Randall Cobb. I'm not going to do that. Randall Cobb is good, but when you compare not Randall Cobb. When you compare Jordy Nelson to Randy Moss, it's night and day. You're not gonna tell me that Nelson is just as good as Moss.
You ain't gonna tell me.
You ain't gonna tell me.
Yeah.
All right, Kansas City at San Diego.
Man, I'm going with the Superchargers. I picked up Phillip Rivers for a reason in the 9th round because he's the truth. So, yeah, the Superchargers taking it to Kansas City.
Yeah, I think I got the Chargers too.
Oh
That's
my
right,
gosh,
man.
you got Vikings fanboy in here. He's commenting like crazy. Okay, hold on. Let me read all of his little. Apparently, he thinks that everything he says is freaking wisdom. So let's read all of his 20 billion comments. If Matt stupid ass Seattle knew how to catch, Teddy would never have. Stop it. Matt Seattle threw the ball. He threw 3. Minnesota's gonna shit on the Bills with Teddy Bridgewater throwing 25 something or other. I can't see that. Tom Brady is gonna beat the Jets. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
good. All right. Moving on. Teddy Bridgewater's trash, by the way.
He's not. Don't do that. Teddy
What does
Bridgewater.
he do, bro?
He's played one game. He's only been in one game. Okay, 2 games.
He's working
right
talent.
No. Here's
working
what's
talent.
going on, guys. Okay, right now he's 50%. 50% of the time he's having a good game, and he's a
He's only
franchise
played in 2
quarterback.
games.
Get out of here.
He's only played in 2 games. First of all, he went up against Detroit. You just said that Drew Brees won't do anything versus Detroit. So
Yeah,
why
but
don't
Drew
we give
Brees
the
is
quarterback
at the
a break?
rope.
No, pause yourself. Pump your brakes. Slow down. You just said Drew Brees wasn't gonna do anything versus Detroit. So how you gonna sit here and say that Teddy Bridgewater should have done more? He's a rookie quarterback. Versus Atlanta, he looked pretty good. Versus Atlanta, he played pretty well. Versus Detroit, he struggled. He's a rookie quarterback. He's gonna struggle. Okay, I'm sorry that you think everybody should be Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers when they first start playing. It's not going to happen. He played pretty well. Give him a chance. It's not like he's Geno Smith. Okay, it's not like he's
definitely.
him. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
you got to give this dude some chances. And
True.
he played pretty well.
True, but there are some red flags. There are some Geno
What?
Smith red flags.
What? The fact that you said that his style of quarterback doesn't equal an NFL quarterback shows that you don't even know who Teddy Bridgewater is when he's a drop.
I didn't even say that.
What? You did say that. You said that so many times
Oh
when you're
my
trying to come up
gosh.
with your fake Skip Bayless answers. Telling you. Okay, you got to
Man.
give this dude a chance. He threw, 40 touchdowns, 3 interceptions his last year in college. Give him a chance. Cordell Patterson hasn't been a number 1 receiver. Greg Jennings isn't a number 1 receiver. They don't have that many weapons for Teddy Bridgewater, so give him a chance. That's all I'm
Give
saying.
him a year.
Yeah, yes. Oh, yes, give a rookie quarterback a year. Yeah, why not?
I think throw another 5 in there.
Give him 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, yeah. But to feed Levin's ego, I would just say 1 year. Yeah, give him another year after this one.
I mean,
and see what he can do.
Yes, I mean, okay, if you're freaking Matt Leinart or something, yeah, give him a couple years. But this guy's a franchise quarterback. I mean, he needs to start producing year one.
Dude,
Tom Brady did not produce at year 1. He took a couple years to develop.
Well, he wasn't the number 1 quarterback either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing, though. With Tom Brady, his first season, it was run the ball, play defense. Okay? People sometimes forget that Tom Brady was not like this all-world quarterback his first year in the league or his first year starting in the league. Okay? Drew Bledsoe was probably still a better quarterback than Tom Brady was, but they developed a game plan to help Tom Brady run the ball, play defense, and Tom Brady at times did work his magic. I'm not going to say that he was stinking. I'm not going to say that he sucked his first year starting, but it wasn't like he was this great quarterback. Sometimes you have to give these people some chances, okay? Because look at Alex Smith.
Fine.
No.
I'll give him some chances.
No, because you want to talk about Matt Leinart. Matt Leinart's not in the league. Vince Young is not even in the league no more. You know what I mean? But a guy like Alex Smith, people kept on giving chances, and he's a pretty good quarterback. You got to give people chances sometimes.
Especially
So
look up
just
what
relax,
Alex Smith
Blake.
did last year.
Relax on Teddy.
Yeah, I'm saying give him some chances, okay? When you look at Matt Leinart was throwing the ball to Anquan Bolden to Larry Fitzgerald, and he couldn't get the job done. That's a little bit different than throwing the ball to Cordell Patterson and Greg Jennings.
All right. I'll give him a couple years.
I mean, you don't have to give him a couple years because you're giving Jay Cutler a decade to get it together.
What? Jay Cutler's a franchise quarterback. You can't even compare him.
You're right.
Yo, guess what, Livin? Guess what?
What?
You just got told.
I don't want to hear this. Okay. I'm not reading that comment either, Vikings fanboy. I'm not reading that. All right.
You already read it.
I'm not reading it out loud. All right. Moving on. What's the next one? All right. Jay Cutler's elite. All right.
He's not elite, man.
Okay, he's not elite, but he's a franchise quarterback.
Bro,
Means you can build a team around him.
Yo, the Bears should be in like the NFC Championship game or have a deep run in the playoffs every single year.
And they do.
No, they don't. They went one time. Jay Cutler has only won one playoff game.
They're like
but
KC.
they're always
They're
there.
like KC.
They're not always there because they only been to the playoffs one time.
Yeah, but I mean, we're always in the hunt, you know.
You're not always in the hunt.
Man.
Yes, we are.
No, you're not. Stop lying.
All right. There are a lot of other bad quarterbacks that are just trash. Okay.
You're right.
Jay Cutler is up there.
Up there with who? He's up there with who?
Team Tebow.
Jay Cutler is a lot better than a lot of the quarterbacks out there. All right.
No.
He's better than about 70% of the quarterbacks out there.
That's not saying anything, Levin.
Yes, it is. There are a lot of good
because
quarterbacks.
people only really talk about 10 to 12 quarterbacks anyway. Other teams that don't have a quarterback aren't winning. So you're not going to say that. Because you're not going to throw that he's better than Teddy Bridgewater. Of course he's better than Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater's only played in 2 games. So it's not fair.
You want to give an example of a team that has a terrible quarterback that's winning? The 49ers.
Okay. You can say that. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
But
I don't think the 49ers quarterback did not live up to his word this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with y'all. But as of right now, we most likely will still make the playoffs.
Yeah, but our division's harder. You know.
No, bull crap, because Arizona's on top of our division. Arizona's on top of our division. You just
We have
said.
to go against Detroit and Green Bay. Come on, man. Those two are like.
I'm not trying to hear that. Because you know why? Does Detroit have a better receiving core than the Bears?
No.
Okay. Does the Packers have a better receiving core than the Bears?
No.
No. Okay. Does the name one team in that division that has a better running back?
Well, that's
Thank
not
you.
fair.
Name one team that has a better secondary.
Stop. Oh, anyone else?
No. Name one team that has a better secondary in that division.
Then the Bears? Everyone else.
No, because you can't even name somebody on the Vikings secondary.
Yeah, the Vikings secondary.
Name somebody on Detroit secondary.
Jermaine Johnson, free safety.
Name somebody on Detroit secondary.
Randall Robinson.
That's a racist name. You know black people use double initials in their names. Stop it. Now, anyway, what I'm trying to say is that Jay Cutler arguably has the most talent around him and consistently somehow misses the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. With Colin Kaepernick, he ain't playing that well. That's my team. I'll be the first one to tell you I miss Alex Smith. But I could also say Michael Crabtree ain't no Alshon Jeffrey. Anquan Bolden ain't no Brandon Marshall. You know what I'm saying? Frank Gore, I love me some Frank Gore, but right now everybody can see that Matt Forte is probably better than Frank Gore. But somehow we still find a way to win games. The Bears, with all that talent, still found a way to lose games. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Let me read some comments here. Okay. Does Dawkins have 2K for 360? No, Dawkins doesn't have a live account, so I'm not reading that comment. Moving on. I'm not reading that one either. Teddy Bridgewater gave you 3 points last week. I know when I'm in first place, so cry to your mama about it. All right, we're moving on. Arizona at
Wait,
Oakland.
Livin, you started Teddy Bridgewater?
No, he did. He was like, Teddy Bridgewater is going to be the best, and I'm going to start him.
No, he's not.
Dude.
Yeah, I want to say that. I'm not saying that he's better than any fantasy quarterback right now.
Yeah, big week. I'm saying big week this week for him. All right.
For Teddy, maybe.
It is. Arizona and Oakland. What do you?
But you just want to give up on them. Never mind. Moving on.
Well, I mean, because okay,
Let's move on. Come on.
okay, but here's a better question though. I mean, and let's not get it. Well, we can get into this, I guess, but you look at the two rookie quarterbacks that have the most hype around them, right? Not even the most hype, but who have starting jobs right now and legitimate starting jobs. You look at Derek Carr, who has yet to win a game, and you can argue that his team is trash. So I mean, that we're going to give him a pass, and that's okay. And then you look at Teddy. Out of those two situations, who do you think has the most heat? Because the Vikings are, even though a lot of people may not say it, I think 80% would say that they could possibly make a wild card spot.
No, the Vikings are not. The Vikings might be a better team than Oakland. That doesn't mean that they can make a wild card spot.
They could make a push.
Don't do that, because that means to you, 3 teams will come out of the NFC North, and that's not going to happen.
Yes.
No. Hell no. We're going to sit here today and tell me 3 teams are making it out of the North.
Green Bay, Chicago, maybe Minnesota. Detroit's done.
Detroit? I'm done. Can we move on, please?
Okay. Arizona and Oakland. Who do you guys got? I asked you already.
I'm tired of Arizona being the top of my division, the NFC West, so I'm going with Oakland. They probably will lose. I know this, but hey, why not have some fun? Oakland, Derek Carr gets his first win.
Yeah, I think Derek Carr is gonna do it, and so is McFadden. They're rushing. Yes, I think McFadden's gonna do something.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, man. Derek Carr, the truth.
Yeah, so I think the Raiders are gonna win.
Raiders, absolutely. I love it. Let's go. Who you got, Living?
Hold
Raiders.
on. Okay, so we got some more comments here. Brendan says, my division is the best. Surprising this year. NFC East, he says, is the best.
NFC, don't. Moving on.
Okay. Dude, stop at the 49ers division is the best in football.
Thank you.
Use it to the Bears. Okay, I'm done reading that comment.
Thank you. Niners the best division. Thank you.
Okay. Why are you asking me to get it then? So we can play, okay? Because I was talking about getting 2K for the 360. If I get 2K for a 360, Dawkins will get it. But I only want to get it.
I'm not getting it twice.
Shut up, you'll get it.
I'm not getting it twice, man.
You got 2K15?
Yeah, I got 2K15 for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to get the PlayStation, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not getting it twice. Just to play Crew is not worth it to me.
It's worth it.
Well,
it's not worth it to me.
I got 2K14 because I broke mine on my birthday, so I had to get it all over again.
Yeah.
For the PS3.
I mean, if I mean, I don't know. Maybe the 360 isn't having server issues, but I'm not gonna be sitting there for an hour trying to find a game.
We've done that already.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm going with Oakland. I want to see Derek Carr get a win. That'd be kind of cool. Out of Fresno State.
All right, no, man.
Baby, repping the greatest state in the world. Okay, New York Giants at Dallas. Ooh, Tony Romo is the truth. Who you guys got?
Man, Dallas is playing phenomenal right now. Tony's a little bit banged up. DeMarco Murray, I believe he's dealing with like an illness or whatever. But
Ebola?
The Cowboys are just so much better than the Giants right now. So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Well, I'm looking at the stats right now. Even though the two quarterbacks are a little like equal in stats, I think that Texas, the Cowboys will win. I think they will win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with.
Unless Ebola swipes out the whole team in 24 hours, then yeah.
I mean, that's the thing though. It is in Dallas, and that's where Ebola
is in Dallas
the most. So
they must strip search people and test people for that before they come into the game.
Well,
I would hope so.
No, think about it. Everything's bigger in Texas, so that means they got a lot of space to search.
He said search people, not land, not cattle.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Coming into the stadium.
What?
He said come into the stadium. He didn't say go around to people's neighborhoods and start searching. People got Ebola. Oh, true.
Well, that's what they should be doing.
No, man, because that'll be invasion of privacy. But if you come into my stadium, I'm going to check you. Come on, Livin. Come on, dude.
Man.
This dude want to go to people's homes and start, hey, you got Ebola? My goodness, yo.
He'll be peeking through windows and everything, be like, yo, what's up, what's in there?
Yoo-hoo, Ebola check. Yoo-hoo.
All right.
Random search.
I know. Trousers. Drop your trousers. You ain't from the Ebola committee. Oh man. All right, it's getting dirty now. We gotta stop this. Okay, 624, awesome. Okay, I'm going with Dallas as well. America's team and America's quarterback gonna get it done. San Francisco at Denver. Who you guys got?
Well, you know me. I'm just like y'all. I can't go against my own team, no matter what. But it's gonna be very, 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 very hard to beat Denver. That's all I'm gonna say. But go Niners.
Well, I got Denver with Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
And I got Denver.
Yeah, me too. I got Denver as well. Okay. Houston at Pittsburgh on Monday night. Who you guys got?
This gonna be a pretty good game. I think.
Really?
I'm hoping for a good game, but I'm going with Houston. J.J. Watt's a beast. He's a one-man wrecking crew.
Yeah, even though you got J.J. Watt, I think it's going to be Monday night under the lights. I think that it's Pittsburgh. Everyone loves Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh, of course, I think I got Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I am going with Pittsburgh as well. Like I said,
game that Pittsburgh just lost to the Browns.
okay, but anyway, I don't care.
Okay, I just wanted to remind
The
you.
Browns
I'm sorry.
cheat.
Yeah, the Browns are like playoff contenders, man. They're like Super Bowl contenders, so.
Houston's a playoff contender.
Not with Fitzpatrick as.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think they should have traded Matt Schaub.
Yeah, that was a dumb.
Shit was
that-
doo-doo.
It's just like the A's trade. I do not think that they should have
Yes.
traded Matt Schaub.
It was just like the A's trade.
Yes.
I don't know
Okay.
about that. But
Okay, first of all, Cespedes is an all-star. Okay, Schaub is trash.
It's your quarterback. It's your quarterback, though.
All I'm saying is, just hear me out.
Schaub is way better than Fitzpatrick, though. if you
Okay,
can say that.
that's true. That's true. But if we have an actual conversation, wouldn't we all say that Jay Cutler's way better than Alex Smith?
No.
yes.
No.
Okay, name one Just throw a quarterback out there who's better than Alex Smith.
Tom Brady.
Okay, well, obviously. What about Tony Romo?
Yes.
You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. Yes.
This year,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This year.
Okay. How many playoff games has Tony Romo won?
Doesn't matter.
How many playoff games has Tony Romo won?
That doesn't matter. He's winning now.
Okay, he's winning
not
now.
very many, not very many, though.
He's winning now. Yay, go Tony. Answer the question. How many playoff games has Tony Romo won?
Not very many.
Well,
He's won one.
but he
Alex
should have
Smith,
won more. But the freaking
he should have.
snapper.
All right. Well, we can have a
Should.
real conversation.
Should is
Because
not.
y'all
Should is
you don't
not.
want to say that the Texans should have kept Matt Schaub. I'm done. The Texans won 2 games last year with Matt Schaub.
That is true. That is true.
But Matt Schaub was hurt.
But Matt Schaub was hurt. Yeah, before he got hurt, he threw 6 pick sixes.
No, he didn't. Where are you getting these
did.
stats from?
My bad, you're right. It was 4. 1 in week 1, 1 in week 2, 1 in week 3, 1 in week 4. The only quarterback in NFL history that threw a pick 6 in 4 straight games.
That's crazy.
I had to look up those stats.
Go ahead, look it up. Look it up. Last year, week 1, 2, 3, and 4, threw a pick 6. Every one of those games.
Okay. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm going with Pittsburgh because J.J. Watt is one of the most overrated.
Oh, I'm
Not
done.
overrated, but overpaid.
I'm done. He's overpaid. What?
And I say that, Dawkins.
He has more touchdowns than Matt Forte.
Exactly.
But that
J.J.
doesn't mean
Watt
anything.
Has
Okay.
more touchdowns than Matt Forte right now.
Yeah, you know why that is? Because
Why?
we like to go to our big receivers in the red zone. You know?
I'm done with you. Living. I'm a
This
calm
is
down.
why. Can I tell
calm
you
down.
why?
You just said.
Can I tell you why?
You just came up with an excuse. You thought in your head to come up with an excuse to why a running back has less touchdowns than a defensive end.
Yes. Well, it's
Okay.
not.
There should
It's
be
fact.
no excuse for that.
It's fact. It's not an excuse. It's just fact.
That's an excuse, bruh.
No. Okay.
That's an
Look,
excuse.
The way that
J.J. Watt plays defense.
No. Okay. Look. This
Plays
is why he's
defense.
overpaid. This is why he's overpaid. Okay. I
Overpaid?
like his play. I think he's a great player, but this is why he's overpaid. Defensive linemen eventually are going to become insignificant
Are you
because
serious?
at the end of the day they're a rarity. We look at Ndamukong Suh. No
No,
one's talking about
no,
him. We look
no.
at B.J. Raji. No one's
Come
talking
on.
about him. We look at Darius. No one's talking
Yo.
about him. We look at
Okay.
that Smith guy, that white guy in the
If
Niners. No one's talking about him.
if
You
if
know,
I
it's
may, if I
all
may, if I
downhill. We
may.
look at Julius Peppers. We look at Allen. We look at all these guys. Tuck. No one's talking about them because they're
Oh
becoming
my gosh.
irrelevant. And sooner rather than later, this is where the money will go. It'll go on the
Yeah,
offensive lineman because J.J. Watt, yes, he's a great player, but
I'm
the
done.
game is going to go more toward offense. That's what
And
people
you,
want to see.
if the game goes more towards offense, then you have to find some people that can stop the offense. And J.J. Watt single-handedly can stop the offense. You will always need pass rushers. Always. You will always
Always.
need pass rushers. And the fact that he has more sacks, and I know that these two guys were hurt, but when these two guys were healthy and playing, he was up there in sacks with Von Miller and Alden Smith. And he plays defensive end in a 3-4 system. That's the same position as Justin Smith. And Justin Smith is supposed to stop the run. So J.J. Watt's supposed to stop the run, and he's getting sacks. He has more batted balls than a DB. He has more touchdowns than Matt Forte. I'll say it again. Okay? J.J. Watt
That's irrelevant.
J.J. Watt is flat out beasting. You always need to protect your quarterback. That's fine. They always pay the left tackles pretty well in the NFL. NFL left tackles get paid pretty well. The
Blind side?
problem with the left tackle can't come in and play guard. The left tackle can't come in and play center. Okay, the left tackle can't go in and play right tackle because you can move J.J. Watt around. Okay, a defensive pass rush will always get paid. Alden Smith, with all his BS, he still will get paid because he's very important. Up in New England, when Willie McGinnis could get after the quarterback, it changed. It changed everything. So, and another thing, the people you mentioned as far as pass rushers, you mentioned Justin Tuck. Like, dude, like, come on. You mentioned Jared Allen and Peppers. All these guys are past their prime, but when they were in their prime, everybody wanted those guys on their team because everybody could see if you can get to the quarterback, even as great as Peyton Manning is. When New England was at their best, they were getting the Peyton Manning. When the Patriots struggled, they were getting the Tom Brady. So you always need pass rushers. You always need people that can rush the passer. J.J. Watt can stop the run, rush the passer. He's a beast. He's the most dominant player in the NFL right now.
Wait, can I say something first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Look at the Super Bowl last year. They got to the quarterback. Denver didn't score many runs. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they didn't. Okay, look. First of all, that was a bum O line. Okay.
No. Okay. First of all, you think every O line is a bum because you can't name one person on the O line. Nobody can.
What?
Nobody can.
Freaking.
Here's the thing. Living.
Matt
Here's
Williams.
the thing. There's sometimes in football, not even sometimes. You just have great players on the defensive line or pass rushers that just change the outcome of a game. Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, Bruce Smith. Those guys can change the outcome of a game by harassing the other team's quarterback. So the fact that J.J. Watt does that, and if you think about Michael Strahan, not Michael Strahan, excuse me, but a great pass rusher like Alden Smith, right? His focus is just to get to the quarterback, and he does it well. J.J. Watt is the only one that can get to the quarterback consistently that stops the run consistently. Okay? Once he has you, it's very hard. I mean, what Tony Romo did a couple of weeks ago versus J.J. Watt, it was amazing because you don't ever see that happen against J.J. Watt.
I mean,
You don't ever see a quarterback.
against mobile quarterbacks, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah. All right, man. All right.
All right, but we do have to move on.
Don't be disrespecting J.J. Watt, man.
Oh, okay, fine.
dope.
I respect him. You know, he went.
You said
to
that he's overpaid, man.
Respect him. You know, he bought his mom a car when he got paid. You know, that's real love right there.
You know what? You're just a hater because he went to Wisconsin and he lost to Andy Dalton in the Rose Bowl. That's why you mad. That's why you bitter.
Maybe.
That's why you bitter.
Maybe. All right. Well, guys, we have reached the end of our show here. It's been a great one. And we will end it the way that we always end it, with a minute to preach it. So, we all three get a minute to talk about whatever we want to talk about. It can be sports. It can be video game related. It can be whatever. So, who wants to jump on the bandwagon first?
Well, I'll shoot it out first this time.
Okay.
So like I
So
was telling you before, living.
hold on. Okay. So tell me when to start the clock, and then you have a minute to go, and then when it beeps, you know you're done. Okay. So tell me when to start.
Okay, go now.
Okay, go.
Well, living, as you heard before, I told you I got something about Shaq, as you know, you're right. Well, when Shaq started his career, I heard that through media, friends, family, that he murdered somebody. Then he blamed it on his friend. His friend took the blame for it, which I think is a very big crime, apparently, because you're murdering someone. But for your friend, unless he's like my like best friend of life, I would never do that for somebody. Especially you could do like 20 years of life. Yeah. So I think that's a very bad message to sports, especially with Ray Rice. Wait, no, not Ray Rice, but dang, what's his name? Forgot his name. But you guys know what I'm talking about.
Peterson.
Yeah, AP, yeah, he beating up his kid, taking drugs. I think that set a very bad example for that now, and that's why I'm thinking it's coming out now. Okay, yeah. So
Nice.
Man, that's crazy.
Is that true?
That's crazy.
well, I don't know if it's 100% true, but that I heard that through social media. That yeah, exactly that happened.
Heck no.
I mean, there are certain people in this world that if something went down, I'd go there. Dawkins, if something went down, I'd go there. You know, and uh, man, but I mean, Dawkins, if you like, you know, shoot a white police cop, I'm not taking the fall, man.
Oh man, nah, hell no. I ain't taking the fall for nobody.
No, forget that.
No,
Okay.
I would not. I would not. Unless they were coming to jail with me, then I would take fault with them. Unless I was pretty much involved in the crime.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just too pretty to go to jail.
Yeah, you'll be the first one to get your
I'd
salad
be the
tossed.
first one. I mean, yeah, you know,
They would love you.
yeah, they would.
Italian or yo, living. Guess what?
What?
Italian or ranch. That's all I gotta say.
Wow. Really?
That's nasty.
Oh man. I can see it now. All right.
Oh my gosh.
What about the bye weeks? Oh yeah. Okay. So the bye weeks. Philadelphia and who else had byes this week?
I don't know.
Hold on.
I don't care.
Okay. What do you guys think about Philadelphia? Do you guys think that they needed this bye week or?
They need a bye week just because Sproles is hurt, and they said that he could miss, 2 to 3 weeks with this bye. It takes down one of those weeks, so he could just miss 1 or 2 games. So that's definitely going to help Philly.
Yeah. In my opinion, they do need a bye week because they need to get Nick Foles in order. In order. Because he's turning into Kirk Cousins a little bit too much. I think he needs to.
What?
So yes, but other than that, I mean, they've been playing really well this year. So like you said, I mean, get everyone healthy, get everyone ready to go for the last push of the season, and try to go for a really, really good season. So
Like Levin was saying, Nick Foles has been doing a pretty good job this year. 5-1, right? I'm pretty sure that's the record.
Yeah.
I do think every team needs a time off at least one time or another. I do think it's this time.
Forget Frog. If he's in jail, why do you always gotta bring him up, Brendan? I don't understand. All right. Gosh,
that was creepy though.
It was creepy. Like Dawkins, it's weird, man. Whatever. Okay, so moving on. We're not gonna talk about that guy because he's probably right outside my window. Let's talk. Okay, yeah. So wait, what are we talking about? Minutes of preaching. That's what we're doing. Gosh, my mind goes different places. I'm still on the whole prison soap thing. You want to?
Oh my gosh.
You want to kick it off?
I'll go next. Yeah, I'll go next.
Get us back on track here.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right, man. Just let me know whenever you're ready.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
All right, man. Kick it off.
All right. So recently, Dirk Nowitzki and LeBron James has come out and they have opposed the 82 game regular season for the NBA. They wish that the game was shorter, maybe 60 games, make the games more meaningful, give the teams that suck a chance to actually get to the playoffs. Now, I don't know how that will work because if they can't get in 82 games, what makes you think they can do it in 60 games? Doesn't make sense. And the one thing that these players are not thinking about, and both these players are older, they're veterans, they don't want to play 82 game season. It makes sense because they are old and getting slower. But the money that these games represent for these players, it will go down significantly. You take away 22 games for each team, that's a big chunk of cash that won't be able to go to these players, and they're not thinking about that. The reason they play 82 games is money. The reason why the NFL might go to 18-game season, because of money. So these players need to think about that before they start coming out of their butt with stupid things like make it a 60-game season, but keep it the same length from November to June.
You said LeBron James.
LeBron James, he's with it too.
Do you guys think? I mean, I was thinking about because well, by the way, great minute to preach it, by the way. But
What I do?
yeah, man. I heard this too, and I was thinking, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me, but does it seem to you guys like LeBron James doesn't enjoy playing basketball anymore?
I wouldn't say that. I mean,
like he's not having fun anymore. I don't know. And again, I know it's a job and stuff, but maybe just getting older. Maybe he's getting more mature. Obviously he is, but
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he's not enjoying it as much as he did when he was, Dwayne, when he was with Wade and Bosh and they were having fun down there. You just don't see that anymore. And I think it's all because the amount of pressure he's on, he's not having any more fun. Is it just me, or what do you guys think?
I think there's one thing that it's just starting to become naturally to him. It's too easy for him.
That's what I was thinking. I think that he knows every single night he can drop 30, 10, and 10 if he wants to. Every single night. And I think that's why, and people in the media are saying 60 games would be better because then the games would become more meaningful. Well, Jordan had to do the same thing. Jordan had to make challenges with himself before the game, during the game, leading up to games, leading up to the fourth quarter. He had to make challenges with himself to keep him interested in it. You take a sport like football, like every game really matters. You know what I mean? Like if the Bears would have dropped the game to the Falcons, everybody would be like, wow, the Bears are really in trouble. The Falcons, it's only the first quarter of the season is gone, and they're basically out of the playoffs now because every game is so important in football. And I think the other sports are trying to get there, but it's impossible for them to get there and keep as much revenue coming in as they want. So I think LeBron James is definitely getting a little bit bored because I think he realizes how sweet it is to get to the playoffs and have a deep run. So preseason doesn't really matter to him. Regular season is not really going to matter to him. He just wants to get back to the playoffs. So a 60-game season will be better for him because then the season's shorter.
Yeah, for sure. Vikings wrote, "Isn't Frog that idiotic stupid head who insulted all of my damn teams? What happened with him?" So very quickly before I do my minute to preach it. Okay, so what were we doing? We
were playing. I think it was Halo Reach.
Yeah, we were doing Viewer Sunday.
Yeah.
And we were playing Halo Reach, and Frog jumps into the stream, and he's saying how he can't hear, like the audio isn't working. So me, being a good guy, I'm like, okay, so I don't know if he said it or whatever, and then he's like, okay, so I can hear you guys, I can hear you, but I can't hear Boozer and Brendan. So I'm like, okay, I don't know, like what's going on. Maybe plug your headphones in or whatever. And he's like, yeah, is there a way that like I can Skype with you? That way I can hear him. And I'm like, sure, we can Skype or whatever. So
Livin.
Yeah.
Can I say something very quick?
Yes.
Whenever you put the phone up to the mic, all me and Brendan heard was, tell him he can't hear you. Like he can't hear you like through his phone. He could hear you.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
It was weird, and like
that's why I started laughing.
Yeah, he called me on Skype, and he's like breathing heavily, and he's like, hey man, so what are you doing? It was like a sex hotline or something. It was like ridiculously scary. And then he was like, yeah, and I want to talk to freaking Brennan and Boozer too on Skype. And it's like, what? it was just he was touching his belly button when he was talking to me or whatever. It was just ridiculous. But yeah, so needless to say, I appreciate that he's viewing the stream and chatting and doing all that cool stuff, but
Just don't scare us again, please.
just don't scare us again. And like Dawkins said, there are a lot of crazy people out there. There are a lot of crazy people out there that just get off on certain things, and it's just disgusting. Okay, moving on. So I guess it's my turn to do my minute to preach it, huh?
Well, living, I got one word to say. Preach it.
All right, I'm gonna preach it. All right. So this past week, Jurgen Klinsmann, who I think is one of the worst soccer coaches in the world, comes out and he says if the MLS players aren't as good, I guess, or don't have as high standard, it's not held to a high enough standard for his liking. He made a direct reference to Donovan, him coming back to the Galaxy and playing for them was a mistake, and that's why he wasn't fit enough to play in the World Cup. And then he makes a comment saying that Dempsey and Bradley coming back to the MLS is also a reason why their fitness and their just basic ability has diminished because it's not a challenge for them. I mean, we just finished talking about LeBron James. I think that he's a terrible coach, but I think that he hits the nail right on the head. The MLS is a joke, and I don't understand why I understand why they came back to help make the MLS bigger, but at the end of the day, the MLS is a joke, and it always will be a joke. And unless they get some actual players in there, it's just going to be ridiculousness. So, but that's it.
Good job, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, way to hit it on the nail.
Yeah, man.
You guys are just... All right.
You the man, living.
What? Okay. You're my boy, Blue. Okay, anything else?
My boy, Blue.
I think that reference is over everyone's head. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think they saw that movie.
Yeah. Okay, do you guys have anything else to say before we get out of here?
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm straight, man.
Okay, sounds good. All right. It's been a great show, guys. Again, if you missed any of it, once this is done processing, you can go back and watch it all over again. I know that's probably what I'm going to do because I don't have a life. We'll be back here next Thursday, 6:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific Time, 5:30 Central Time, 3:30 Pacific Time. We'll be back here.
Can I hit myself up? Can I hit myself up for you?
Okay, it's time for the free plug party. Go ahead, Boozer. Plug it.
Okay. Hit me up on Twitter, Boozer Ballistic. Hit me up on YouTube, Boozer Ballistic. I haven't started making videos yet, but around December, when I get my stuff, I will. So hit me up, watch me. I know people have been looking up my Twitch account. Hit me up on there. Then I'll see you guys in December. Check you out.
All right, Dawkins, do you want to tell people where they can find you at?
Man, if you like football gaming, come holler at me at Miles Dawkins 24/7, my YouTube channel. It's amazing, great content, energy all the time, no BS, great videos. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, it's weird. Every day, Dawkins wakes up pissed off for greatness. So you get that in his videos.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Ray Lewis is my uncle.
So does that make Tom Brady being my daddy then?
Absolutely.
George Lopez is my daddy.
You said Jennifer Lopez is your daddy? Say what?
What? I think you need to go check that.
All right. This show's getting out of hand.
Goodness,
thanks, everyone, for watching. I really do appreciate it. We'll be back, like I said, next Thursday.
Does that make Ben Affleck your mother?
I don't know. Jeez, I don't know.
Oh, man.
A great day.
Wow.
That's really a great day. All right, this thing's over. I'm gonna terminate this. Goodbye, adios.
See ya.